Right. Well, hello, everyone. Let's give it a minute for everyone to come on in. Welcome. Taking a quick lunch break. I'm just making some soup and I'm bringing you guys in with me. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday afternoon. I've got 30 minutes before my next meeting, so I just thought I'd come on here and make a quick lunch. And anytime I'm cooking, I'll bring you guys along. This morning I had a breakfast quesadilla. It was really good. I ended up putting some hot sauce on it after I went live. Hope everyone's doing well. Just giving it a second. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to go ahead and make my beverage, and then we'll save the cooking for when a few more people hop on. You guys are going to hear me rant about beverages and condiments, but let me introduce myself. Hi, I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Here is where I teach you how on my weight loss journey I am down 65 pounds with at least 35 more to go. I've done that by getting tested for food sensitivities. I keep them on the fridge. I got a list of foods I can have and a list of foods that I can't have, hence the substitutions. So I'm going to make something to drink and then I'm going to make this soup. I've made it before, so either watch it again or watch for the first time. Or if you're not interested, you can catch me the next time. All right, so like I was saying, you're always going to hear me ranting about beverages and condiments. Even if you're not ready to start your weight loss journey, one of the things that I've learned is that what we drink and what we put on our food can add or take away so many extra calories and sugar and all that other stuff. So some of the substitutes that I've made have really helped. So if you're not ready to give up your food, that's okay. This brand, I think it's a Walmart brand, or you can get it anywhere. It's basically Clear American sparkling water. This one says Mandarin Orange. They have all the different flavors. You guys may see them, in the 12 pack like I have, or you may see these large bottles. If you like soda or you like anything with the bubbles in it, this has been a great substitute for me. I don't really drink, maybe one a day, but I guess I'll just show what I do, show you guys what I do because I'm hungry. I want to get cooking. All right, so just a regular glass here. And like I always tell you, I start with my alkaline drops. My test results showed that I was more acidic, so I needed more alkaline water. And you can buy alkaline water already made in the bottles. It's just expensive, so you can make your own on Amazon. Put in a couple drops, and then literally that's it. I put it in cold beverages, hot beverages, everything. So I'm going to the fridge to get some ice. All right, so we've got ice in the glass. I am using a plastic straw. Y'all don't come after me about the turtles. I tried the paper straws. I promise you I did. I just can't do it. I'm just going to recycle other things for you. All right. So I've opened my sparkling water, and this one is clear. Some of them have some color. Clear is probably better so you don't get the artificial. There's this brand. I've talked to you guys about a brand named Zevia, Zevia. They have all kind of cola flavors, and these have been approved for me. So I'm going to be sipping on this, just sparkling water. It's already sweetened with whatever, but it's sugar-free. All right. So I made my beverage, and when I'm working throughout the day, I'm so grateful to be able to work from home. I always have water or some type of, unsweet tea or unsweet calorie beverage. All right, you guys, so we are having egg drop soup for lunch. So I'm cooking for you guys. I'm sure you've heard of Kikkoman. Kikkoman is the brand. They sell soy sauce. I'm going to be using this version. This is the gluten-free version of soy sauce. I'll put that on at the very end. This is the package that I'm making. I think you can get this at Walmart or Amazon, maybe like in a 6-pack or whatever, but I keep this on hand. I do doctor it up with a few things, so I'll show you guys. But one of the substitutions that's been great for me when it comes to meal prep, when I find something that's hard to find, I find places online where I can buy it in bulk and keep in stock. So I'll usually have about 6 of these in the pantry at one time. And then what I do, today I used the last one. And so before I open it, I placed another order. So I keep my items in stock because you never want to be hungry rummaging through what the kids have. No. All right, so we're just going to open this up. And I'm putting it in a small sauce pot. So you guys can see here, it's literally just, you know, whatever's in there. Dehydrated, looks like some carrot and green onion. But if you're pressed for time, like I am, I try to keep everything under 30 minutes. But I'm between meetings, so I'm just making some quick soup. It's a cold, rainy day here in the Atlanta area, so today's a great soup day. All right, so the recipe calls for 2.5 cups of water. What I do when I'm cooking, I always do the recipe by the book the first time, and then after that, I'll, you know, change it up the way that I like. I like my soups kind of chunky, like a little bit thicker, so I'm using 2 cups of water, not 2.5. All right, so let's get some water. All right, so we've got 2 cups of water, and I'm literally just going to put this into the egg drop soup mix. Let me get a little whisk. I love my little mini whisk. I'm on the counter cold, so I'm just pouring this in here. And then I'm just going to stir it gently just to get any lumps and make sure everything is incorporated. Then we're going to put it on the stove and we're going to bring it to a boil. All right, so I'm not sure if you guys can see our little soup here. All right, so let's go to the stove. All right, so I always cook with the top on if I can, keeps the heat in and it makes it go faster. All right, so what is egg drop soup without an egg? So the ingredient that you need is 1 fresh egg, beaten egg. I wonder if you could use that egg substitute, that plant-based substitute, the Just Egg that I had yesterday. I don't want to risk it because I'm hungry. This is my lunch. I got work to do. All right, so I'm just going to crack an egg in my gravy boat. You guys know that I love this glass gravy boat from Walmart. I use it for mixing. I use it for everything, for pouring. The handle stays cool, and it's just, you know, it works for me. Okay, wash our hands when we touch raw eggs, and anytime you've got something boiling, make sure you keep an eye on it. All right, clean up as we go. So in my gravy boat, all I have is 1 egg that I just cracked here. And you guys know I love a chopstick. I love this to beat with, and I also like to stir with because it doesn't scrape the bottom. So literally all I'm doing is I'm going in here and I'm beating my egg. If you're really hungry, you could put 2 eggs, but I'm just going with 1 because I've got some other stuff I'm going to put in there that will give me extra protein. All right, so we've got our beaten egg. I'm going to set that to the side. All right. So the key with the egg drop soup is once the egg broth comes to a boil, that's when you pour in the egg. It has to be at that rolling boil so you get those nice ribbon of egg. But I'm going to add a couple things to it. You guys know I love my fresh veggies. So I've got canned mushrooms here. I'm not going to use all, maybe like a generous handful. Vegetables are great whether you prep them yourself like I did with green onion this morning, or you can buy the canned ones and add them in for extra fiber and gives you that fullness. Come on in. Thanks everyone for joining. And then also, this is a can of diced white chicken. I'm going to add this. This is 5 ounces plus the egg is another 2 ounces, so that's giving me 7 ounces of protein in my soup. All right, just a can opener, and I'm gonna open the chicken. So while I'm keeping an eye on my soup, we don't want it to boil over. All right, not very appetizing, but we've got our can here of the diced white chicken breast. So if you don't have a lot of fridge space, if you're traveling, dorm room or whatever, the only fresh ingredient that this requires is the beaten egg. You can keep the egg drop soup packet in your pantry. You can keep these canned mushrooms in your pantry and the canned chicken breast. And that's also a good way to save money. I know Snuggles was on earlier and he asked a question about, prices because of the, what's happening in the world right now. As gas prices go up, that means that transportation costs are going to go up. So that means grocery prices may go up. So we'll talk about ways to save money on food as well, because I'm not a chef, I'm just a mom and a home cook. But we all want to save money, and having some of these ingredients, shelf stable is a good way to do that. All right, so our soup is starting to boil. I'm going to take the top off. All right, so I'm going to do my egg first and then the other ingredients. I wish you guys could see. I'm going to bring it close by so you can see. So it's not going to boil completely, but you can see here it's sizzling. So I'm going to put it back on the fire, and then we're going to pour the egg in once it's at a rolling boil. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it. Literally, we're going to get it to boil, and then you'll see me pour the egg in there and stir it slow. So I'm going to pour with one hand and stir with the other. So hopefully you can see it's boiling up here. We'll beat the egg one more time. And then we're going to pour it in. Okay, nicely done. I'll show you guys what we have. So we have those nice creamy ribbons of egg. All right, so if you guys can see, now we've got the egg in the egg drop soup. I'm going to add the veggies, and then we're going to be done. All right, so it really doesn't have to cook. Once the egg hits that hot water, it's done. I have a can of diced white chicken here. I'm going to go ahead and pour the whole thing. You could drain it, but having soups and broths and as much liquid as you can helps keep you full, so you don't snack as much. All right, so our canned chicken breast is in there. I'll give it another little stir. All right, so these mushrooms, it's just a pop top. So I'm going to open this up. Really should have a container to pour them into. I'll do that after. All right. So you guys see the canned mushrooms. I love putting these in soups. They're great on top of pizzas. This is a great little shelf-stable, vegetable that you can put in just about anything. So let me get a little spoon and I'll put some in there. Excellent. All of these vegetables are optional. If you like them, put them in there. If you don't, you can eat it plain with just the egg. That's totally fine too. But I'm just showing you guys some of the substitutions that I've made because this is going to be lunch for me between meetings. This is actually my meal. So I'm going to add a little bit. Well, we'll do it when we plate. We're ready to plate now. I've got some fresh green onion that I chopped this morning when I was making the breakfast quesadilla. I'm going to put that on top of the egg as a little bit of a garnish and drizzle a little bit of soy sauce, and soup's on. Lunch is done. Not bad, only 15 minutes, right? All right. So you want to get a nice big mug. This is great on cold days. I'm literally going to pour the soup in here. I'll bring it so you guys can see. I know it still just kind of looks like soup, but in there we've got the mushroom, we've got the chicken, we've got everything. So let's see if I can, a little bit of a mess. Next time I need to keep it on the counter. All right, let me clean up. Sometimes when I would post pictures when I was done, people would be like, "Did you make that?" And I'm like, well, "Yeah, I mean, but you know, hey, I understand." All right, so I'm gonna see if there's any comments because we're about to wrap up. All right, so you guys can see the soup here. And then what I like to do for a little bit of presentation is, again, the Kikkoman. This is the gluten-free soy sauce. I've got a little bit left. This is completely optional. I don't have issues with sodium, but if you have issues with sodium, you may want to watch that. I have to watch sugar, but not sodium. So I'm literally just drizzling a little bit on my soup for color and for flavor. And then I've got these green onions. I got a few over here that I didn't use all the way. So I'm just going to top some green onion on top of the egg drop soup for color. And I love the onion flavor. That's me. Not everybody likes onion, but I like the balance between the smooth, silky soup and like a pungent onion flavor. So hopefully you guys can see my green onions in there. Let me get a spoon so you can see what we've got. So again, it took just about 15 minutes. So this is lunch for me today. This will be my last meal. I only eat 2 meals a day. You can see here we've got the diced chicken, we've got the nice ribbon of egg, and some mushroom. It's really hot, but let me try and take a little bit of a bite. So good. I like comfort food. Soup is great. One thing I haven't figured out yet, one of these days I'm going to figure out those crispy noodles that are at the Asian restaurants. I haven't figured that out yet. So this is lunch for me. Maybe with my cassava tortillas, I can cut them up into strips and I don't know, maybe air fry them with a little bit of oil or something. I have some egg left in my pot. I'm gonna eat it. All right, so let's see if there's any questions. If not, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm so thankful to be able to work from home. So I'm between meetings and I just thought I'd bring you guys in. All right, let's see. I don't see anything. I'm using some new software, so I'm not seeing any comments. I always go back and take a look, so if I missed anything, apologies. I've just been Maggie the substitute teacher for a little bit over a month now, so I'm still getting used to everything. So I'll just give it a minute just in case anybody had any questions, and I'll be cleaning up. And if nothing pops up in a couple of minutes, I'll let you guys have the rest of your Monday. Clean as you cook. That's one of the things that I'm always yelling at the kids about. You don't just leave the kitchen a mess. If you used it, put it back the way that it was. So, how many times do I have to say that? All right, looks pretty quiet. I'll check one more time. I'm gonna close this dishwasher and sit down and get ready for my next meeting. My veggies. Hopefully this is helpful. All right, we'll just give it one more minute. I'm trying to separate my, what is this, measuring cup. My hands aren't really strong enough to do it, or maybe they're kind of wet. Oh well. All right, right, one last hand washing. Okay, I don't see anything on Instagram. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong place. You got, oh, there is the red button. I'm so sorry. Ha, I missed all of this. Okay, let's see. Hey, Tara Leanne. Um, so you were asking what's in the pot. I just made egg drop soup. It was, I'm reaching in the recycling. I used this Kikkoman mix, and it was just the dry mix, and I added water, fresh beaten egg, mushroom, and green onion, and diced chicken. If you have rotisserie chicken or anything left over, that's great. I know, Bonnie, I know. I need a camera over the stovetop. Look, if you could see my bar right now with all my gear, you know, I've tried it on top of the fridge. I've tried it standing over here. I'm 1 month in, so I'll get myself together and we'll see about an over stovetop camera. Oh, you're so welcome. Ooh, thanks, Susan. Wonton wrappers cut into strips is what they make the noodles with, but I'm sensitive to grains. I can't have gluten. So I don't know. I have to find an acceptable option for that. I use like grain-free tortillas, but that's a great idea. Um, hey, HL. Okay, you guys, I think I got everything. Sorry, I'm in some new technology and I missed all of the comments, but I think I answered everything. I've got a meeting at 1:30. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and have my lunch. Again, egg drop soup, green onion, diced chicken, mushroom, and I think that's it. All right, you guys. So that's it for me today. The rest of the day will just be smoothie, teas, and then we'll see how my schedule looks like. And I'll try and hop on. I got a busy day tomorrow, but we'll see you guys the next time. All right, bye for now.